Hello and welcome to another video, and today as you can see we're on Motogp 19 once again, and we are here. It is Saturday, it is a race weekend. We're here for a race against Pole today, and we are at the Czech Grand Prix this week. Obviously yesterday I also did a video at Brno, obviously because again it is this weekend. I kind of didn't really think that this is how it would work out, basing it on then. That's kind of not what I thought, but then afterwards I realised, I was like, that's going to be 2 Brno videos in a row, but it doesn't really matter. But anyway, obviously today's a little bit tricky. Usually it's not too bad in terms of I just pick whatever weather it was. If it was raining, I'll pick the wet. But it was a drying track. Now in this game you can pick wet track as a weather, so that's what I've had to go with. But you can't put slicks on, so I'm gonna have to go out on wets. So I'm just gonna go out on soft wets. Hopefully, that works. I mean, it either could work in my favour or against me, I don't really know 100%. But today we have got to beat a 2-minute 2.753, so we'll head out onto track. And yeah, it's either going to be really easy or really hard. There's not really going to be a middle ground. Obviously last time out at Sachsenring, which seems like forever ago now, obviously because of the summer break, it was a pretty easy lap time to beat back then. Obviously because the fact that, well, I don't know, it's one of those tracks where you can still go quicker, I guess, because the way you can play the game just kind of plays to that track pretty well. We ran a bit wide to the first corner. Obviously, as you can see, the track is probably a lot more wet than it was when they did the laps in real life, so hopefully not a massive disadvantage. But I think we can go a couple seconds quicker anyway. Normally here, obviously the longer tracks are where you tend to get it where you can go a bit quicker than in real life, just because you have more time to gain the time. So we ran up one flat curb. Turn 5. It's my first lap on the game all day as well, so gotta get used to that. Obviously the front end is not feeling too nice in these wet conditions, that's for sure. And the front end doesn't feel that great in this game anyway, but especially in the wet. Obviously, if you remember back to Assen, I was definitely struggling to get the front end of Quattro's Yamaha to turn to beat his lap time. Through turn 9 on the power. Not really sure how we're looking so far in terms of the lap time. Guess we'll have to find out once we get to the flag. Through Kevin Schmontz, we ran very wide through there. 129. We've got a few corners to go, so it's going to be tight, I think. That's probably just helped a little bit. Not myself, but helped out Mark, I guess, a little bit. We're going up to 140, coming up towards the penultimate turn. We've gone in very hot. Got to trail a lot of brake in. 46, 47. So coming through the last corner, we've got about 10 seconds to get to the line. Out of the last corner, up towards the line. Yeah, we're going to do it. So 58.0, so pretty easily done there. Obviously, like I said, it's hard to replicate the conditions in the game, and to be honest, no point really setting it to rain because I'll probably actually go a little bit quicker, if anything. It's harder to go quick in the dry, well, the wet track with the dry conditions. And it is. Oh, sorry, got on the grass a bit there. So I think we're sort of back to doing it in the one attempt again at this point, because obviously I'm getting used to the game again. But yeah, I think this is just a little bit of a fluke in terms of how easy it was. Obviously the previous one was very easy as well, but sort of for different reasons. So I'm not really sure what to do. Perhaps I could go and try and beat Alex Marquez this time or something. Not 100% sure. But yeah, it did not take as long as I thought it would. Obviously I did it on the first attempt, so that's pretty good. And like I said, of course, obviously it's impossible to really replicate the conditions, because in this game the track doesn't dynamically dry, unfortunately. Hopefully that can be a feature for future games, so perhaps that'll be something I'll put on the wish list this year. Obviously I do tend to make a wish list every year, but I'm sort of rambling now. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. I don't think I will go and beat the Moto 2 times, because it's kind of then I have to go beat the Moto 3 time really. Obviously it was nice to try and beat the Moto E time last time, but that was just because it was different and it's a bit gimmicky, isn't it? Well, Moto E's not gimmicky, but it was the first round of that championship, and it kind of just felt right that I beat the lap on the first attempt. But yeah, like I said, we can go over to the leaderboard and see where that puts us, but obviously it's wet times on the dry leaderboard, so we'll have a look where we are, but we're not going to go high up. So we are 333rd, which is a little weird to look at, because if you look, it does actually have the weather that the people have played in. I am in front of quite a few people who have played on dry conditions here. It is definitely a weird concept to think about, that I'm in the top 350 dry times on the wet. It is weird. I remember last year, I think at Malaysia, I was in the top 100 with the wet time. So that was really weird. But yeah, like I said earlier, hope you have enjoyed this one. I know it's a little bit short, but not a lot I can really do, and I can't replicate the conditions perfectly. Obviously the bike seems to be a little bit quicker at this circuit. Obviously I made a few mistakes as well, and I still beat it by about 4 seconds, so you know, it wasn't even close. But I hope you have enjoyed this video, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.